Guys, we're in the shop. It's pouring rain. Sam's been vacuuming for the last 2 hours. Ty's grinding and welding. I gotta throw in my Raycons, man. I can't handle all this freaking noise. Well, guys, as you can tell, today's video is sponsored by Raycon. I've been traveling a ton lately, and I always meet you guys in the airport, and I can almost guarantee all of you that have seen me in the airport have seen me repping my Raycons. I wear these puppies all the time when I travel, when I'm editing, making phone calls in the airport, you name it. And guys, right now, Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. You guys already know the deal. 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life. You just pop them in this charging case. Oh, and by the way, they don't freaking fall out of your ears because there's gel tips to make the Raycons fit your ears perfectly. These are the only earbuds on the market that I can sprint with and they will not fall out of my ear. They do not budge. They even have 3 custom sound profiles which you can change between by just holding down the button on your left earbud. There's pure sound, bass boosted sound, and noise isolation. I always find myself going for that noise isolation. But if you hold down the right earbud for 3 seconds, that'll switch them to awareness mode, and you can actually hear what's going on around you while you still listen to some music or maybe a phone call. All in all, these Raycons are the best bang for your buck wireless earbuds on the market. And on top of their great pricing already, Raycon's offering my community 15% off plus free shipping. And all you gotta do is visit buyraycon.com/Cleetus McFarland. That link is in the description below. Shout out to Raycon for sponsoring yet another video. Let's get to the live action.
Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
Oh, nothing I love more on a Monday morning than working on an F-150. What are you up to, James? You ready?
Just clearing off some junk so you can put some more junk on this table.
Yeah. Hold forward, dude. Well, we're about to pull the engine out of this thing so we can get it up to TKM. Probably going to end up putting a crank support on her.
It's inevitable with these 5.0s that with the blower.
Just going to break. Well, yeah, we're going to start pulling the...
But for you working on this Ford, ain't gonna go good.
Dude, I'm allergic. I told Cleetus I'm allergic to these things. Here, looking pretty good. A little bit of oily junk right there, nothing crazy. Whipple is looking good. Whoa, no, just kidding. All right, we got the front end all off, getting closer and closer to pulling the motor out of this thing. You know, she's in rough shape. Blower's looking good. We know we're dialed, about to pop this thing off. And next thing, getting these Ford headers off, all 162 bolts.
All right, George, you want to tell them why we're pulling the transmission?
Well, unfortunately, on this here F-150, we don't really have enough room to get the motor out. They said you either got to pull the trans or take the cab off. We figured we tried doing neither, but it looks like you got to do one or the other. So we're pulling the trans out real quick. We got her pretty much all the way out.
I feel like I was just here last week.
Yeah, we're dropping this unit down. Make sure we got everything unhooked. Now, we got enough room to pull that big old coyote out of there.
This is one of those better you than me. I was just here.
Yeah, a whole entire truck's in a million pieces now.
George said, well, glad I am not the one putting this back together.
Yeah, good news is I don't own a Ford, so.
Never will.
He's out.
There she is, the lightweight model.
You know, no front of the crankshaft, couple broken pieces. You see our cover got a little bit smoked. I think we're probably gonna have to swap her out because that's probably supposed to have a seat in it for the seal.
Had a seal in it.
Yeah, she's gone, but all in all, not too shabby. You know, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff.
Whole lot of stuff. And then Mullet over here got all the parts cut out of her. We got the broken rear end over here, and here's the new one, just going together. Whew, looking really good. Got some TBM rotors on that puppy. This thing is gonna be so nice when it's done. It's on Ty's welding table, just ready to get zipped together.
All right, guys, so Ruby, as you guys can see, motor's in there, bolted in tight. Got some parts dressed on this thing, got the steam port all plumbed, done, All that's done. Zach's in here laying some wiring done. He's got pretty much the front half of the car done. He's got like the motor and the back half left to do. So you guys see working on the fuel system. Got that all plumbed. Just got to pull the lines and crimp some fittings now. Got the intake all back together. Have our FIC 2150s in it because we're only going to run it on ethanol. We don't need the methanol to go 850s. So we went back to our tried and true trusty FIC injectors. As you guys can see, nice new crimp fitting lines, all that stuff. Got all my fittings plumbed on the bottom of the intake for our boost reference for the fuel pressure regulator, all that stuff. Also, guys, I mounted all this stuff a little bit better than it was. Ruby 14.712 is coming together. Real nice. Like, headers are on there, sealed nice and tight. Turbo kit would probably be the last thing you guys see go on because Ty's got to come here and make an alternator bracket with the new crank trigger setup. Our old alternator was over here real tight, almost touched the steering arm, stuff like that. So we're going to this side because that's what it needs for this crank trigger pickup from MSD. So we're chipping away at it.
We got the rat's nest out.
Yeah, a little bit of junk, a little clutter.
Found the real rat's nest. You can see all the poop on the floor. It was
Actual? There was an actual rat's nest in there.
Actual rat's nest. So we got that out. We got the real rat's nest out, and we're laying wire now. And you can come up to the engine bay. I'll show you what we've got done so far. We've got our headlights, horn, radiator, fans, water pump, all one side of the car. Before all the wiring went up, two sides. We simplified it. One side, everything, one harness. And hopefully this will be something we never have to touch again. And if we do, it's all split loom now.
Very nice.
We can get right in it.
Yeah, Ruby has been under the knife about 50 times, honestly. So the harness had a lot of stitches in it. It was not ideal. We had electrical gremlins when it was misfiring and cutting out. So hopefully now it doesn't have any of that. It has a really good motor. I mean, she's honestly, I know he wants to do 850s, but
it's going to be a 6-second.
She's going to be more capable than she's ever been before.
All right.
There it is.
Ruby's back.
Look at it.
Bolted back together. Literally the same as when it went down.
Better than ever, though.
But
it's all new.
Definitely cleaner. It is a used engine, and it's Ruby's old intake, old turbo kit, all that. But brand new wiring on this puppy.
Brand new wiring, brand new plumbing. From air lines to water lines to fuel lines.
It looks clean, dude. I mean, we're dialed in, which is nice because, I mean, look, there's our throttle bracket. I mean, all that stuff just kind of bolted back together. So getting Ruby back together wasn't that bad besides the wiring. Our boy Zach just wrapping that up. Look at the focus face going on in there. Dude, come on. Is it time that we get a set screw for the fuel pressure regulator?
I can put one on there.
Come on, man. We got
it. Hasn't moved. It's still set exactly where we want it.
It still hasn't moved, but let's throw one on there. We've made it to that point. We even have a belt on this thing, the old belt. So, guys, Ruby is back together. You know, you guys asked for this. So, we did this for you, specifically for you. We were going to wait and do a crazy Ruby 2.0 build, but with all the harassment in the comments, we said, you know what, we'll bring her back as she is, but with Leroy's old engine.
First time that's ever had a 6-bolt motor in it.
Yeah. That engine has been a 701 in Leroy. So, with a stick, we know it can go a 701. With a automatic, it may be capable of a 6. I don't know. I don't want to put that out there yet. Remember, we're only running 850s at sick week. Everything is pretty much dialed in and done with the wiring. Zach is in here programming the dash, and he's still got some stuff to clean out back here, but we're just getting things charged up. But guys, check this out. We've got that new Holley Pro Dash in there. That looks clean, and that thing's mounted cleaner than ever. Reversion Raceworks, right?
Reversion Raceworks.
That's
it's
their dash.
Carbon fiber 3D printed dash mount.
That's pretty sick.
Right in like factory.
And we finally painted our steering column. I mean, Ruby's getting
just for
upgrades. Yeah, that was bothering me. So as you guys know, we have the E85 fuel system in the back, and then Ruby still runs on her stock fuel tanks when we're going down the street. In here, George's seat is out right now, of course. But as you can see, we got a new button panel too. You want to press some buttons on that, Zach?
Yep. So what we're missing here is we got a cool down button, so they can cool down between rounds. It'll turn all the water pump, intercooler, fans
hit
on.
it. Oh, brother. All right.
And we got turn signals, which we don't have the button, the stickers for yet.
Okay. Windows I see up here.
Yep. And then you got hazards, you know.
Nice.
I'm in the middle of programming this, but you can see we will have turn signal indicators.
Oh, that's nice.
Even a high beam indicator. Fuel level, no more James running out of gas.
Dude, this is crazy, Zach.
What is going to do if I don't pull over for him to fill up the tank?
Underglow on it.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Type S underglow.
And then this would be their dome light, which the door's open. We have
Oh, so the dome light's already on.
Yeah.
Dude, good job, Zach. Are you satisfied with her wiring now?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
You used to hate a lot on Ruby's wiring. So I guess the only thing left to do right now is to set the timing and then try and fire it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta double check timing.
So Zach's wrapping up a few things on that. Then we'll set the timing and then see if we can get her to kick over.
I'll give you a good number.
Ah.
I'm plugging the injectors.
Oh, unplugging them?
Yeah, just so you know it doesn't have an explosion out the exhaust like we normally like to do around here.
Yeah, that's true.
And we also hooked up the oil lines to the turbo, so it shouldn't blast oil everywhere.
Wow, dude. It's been a long time.
Hold on. For
What?
any of you who are original watchers of this channel, you know Ruby's been missing a side marker for literally her entire existence. We got a smoked one in there. I mean, that's nice, clean finish right there.
Clean. If your calculations are correct. Oh, golly, dude. That big dog pump.
Dude, it's so Ruby.
I killed the pump by just putting the switch neutral. And then
Oh, yeah.
it won't be kicking on every time.
The old street strip pump there.
There we go,
Yeah.
done.
All right.
Luckily, reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, I don't know if they're the correct ones here, but we're gonna figure this out.
We're going to figure this out. Guys, Ruby's not wanting to start. We're trying to figure out where the timing's at. Hoping we can get her to fire off here. Oh! I scared my boy. Come on, Nathaniel. Give her the timing. Come on, Ruby girl. Oh! Oh! The belt screech! The belt screech! I thought it'd go away after all this. The signature Ruby belt
It's always
screech
got a squeak.
has
It's got
not
to
gone
go away in
away.
a couple reps, but it's got more tension we can give to
Oh,
it. I just couldn't get it from the bottom.
This car has had a belt screech forever.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but we had 0 oil pressure. Or
It's
one-
probably got the wrong sensor.
No, if it's a rifle,
Oh.
it's directly here.
0 to 200.
Yes.
Is there oil in it?
Yeah, it's got 8 quarts in it.
0 oil pressure is not something I like to hear.
So we're gonna test the sensor right now with air. Ready? It works?
Yeah.
Okay, so the engine in fact has no oil pressure.
Wasn't it a perfectly good engine?
Isn't a big
here's
deal.
the thing though.
Well,
It's
we
not
got
the end
parts.
of the world because
You
it's
didn't run it long.
it could be as simple as pickup tube, O-ring missing, something stupid.
Here's the situation. When we pulled this engine out of Leroy, we put it on the ground, but then Pete needed the oil pan off it. This is months ago. You took the oil pan off
Took the oil pan off.
and then put Ruby's oil pan on.
Yeah, God knows what happened if there's even a pickup in there. At that point,
Can't
it was,
remember at this point?
No, at that point, it was just, parts for the room. Gosh. So, looks like an oil pan's coming off.
Let's
and
get
there's,
that oil pan off.
there's
Take
a
it
problem in there somewhere for sure.
Take it off in the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go out. Let's get it off quick.
When you're doing a fresh fire up, always watch your oil pressure. Yeah, I
was
immediately watched oil pressure. It had 1. I was like,
Let
shut
me
it
tell
off.
you something. This thing fired up while it was me on the laptop would have been the last thing I checked. Okay?
Every
All I would
time.
have been worried about was it idling.
Every single time.
Shout out to Dr. Tunemal.
Ask him how he knows that.
Who, me?
He started how many motors? No oil.
Oh, yeah.
Only 3.
Normally, the feed line's not hooked up or something.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
Yeah, I know. That's my indicator.
We
There's
leave
no
it off.
giveaway.
Yeah, we leave it off for a reason to make sure it's got pressure.
Well, moment of truth. I see a pickup tube. Okay, what's the deal? Does it have an O-ring?
It's got an O-ring, yeah, and it's undamaged, and it has oil dripping out of the pump.
All right, Jackstan, how could you do this to your girl? Long story short, guys, Jackstan put the lines on backwards, and the oil was trying to flow through the wrong side of the oil filter, and it wasn't letting that oil through, so she had no oil pressures.
So we'll see what we do now with them flopping around. Hopefully
Yeah.
it fixes it. Because, I mean, We had the same deal
Just
on Leroy,
things,
and that's what I copied.
Things slightly changed. And this remote oil filter mount, not the same as Leroy's, and we got oils flowing the wrong way. All right, let's hit the button. Fingers crossed. Hey, it was only like 10 seconds of running time, right? That ain't bad.
About 7.
That ain't bad at all.
Could have been 2 minutes.
It could have been 5 minutes if we didn't have Nate here. Whew. We have a spectator alert. Are we good? No oil pressure? Oh, yeah! All right. For a second there, I got a little worried. How we looking? Oh, 37 PSI, we're good. We're good. Oh man, remember that? Classic Ruby, dude. Let me rev you up. Oh no. Sorry, Ruby. That thing's chooching, dude. You ready to race this thing, dude?
Ready to drive it down the street.
That 98 millimeters, baby. Let's go. Doctor, can we do a two-step check?
I suppose.
Jackson, will you do the honors? Let me make sure the trans brake button works. Ooh, that's nice. Put some fresh E90 in there, brother. Two-step check. You got the CO2 on? Yeah, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we never took the train fluid out of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's good to go. Hit that two-step, brother. You gonna leave it? Oh, get up on that trans brake, old girl. Let's go, Ruby! Let's go! All right, on the dyno, dude. Even use the offsetters in my company. Yeah. Ready for the dyno? That's all I'm talking about. Dude, if we train our boys right, they can strap cars. Oh, man.
I'm learning.
He saw something else.
learning the boy. Come here, boy.
He saw a wheel.
Come here, get this.
Come on, brother. Get to work.
Yeah.
Figure out where that bolt goes.
Yeah, throw that in the turbo, dude.
Right here. No, we're going. Work.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That thing nice and secure. Big old half-inch bolt. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
That takes a 3/4 inch wrench or socket. Okay.
Look at this training going on. All right. Here we go. We're going for 5 PSI.
5.
First bolt. I know.
872.
Yeah, we're keeping it easy. Only 5 pounds of boost. So, Dr. Tunemal said we got 1 PSI on the dome. So it should make 1 pound over what the spring is. Something 840 wheel. Too easy. That was easy. Now we just add 5 to the dome. That was so smooth. All we want to make is 1,000 to go in 850. Maybe we'll make 1,100. We'll see.
I'm gonna see what it'll make.
All right, put 7 on the dome.
Yeah,
instead
come
of 5
on.
then. Let's see what it made, Nate.
How we looking? That was the easiest pull I've ever made.
Yeah, what did you see how much boost it was?
How much we talking? 6 pounds. And it made 830.
Yeah, based on that.
That last maybe, well,
Total
keep in
guess-
mind the 98 millimeter turbo.
That's
So.
true, too, yeah. I couldn't even believe it.
Good oil
Guess
pressure.
on the fuel map, it was within 7%.
Hey, dude, that's my boy, Dr. Tunemal. Oil pressure is good.
Yep.
All right, that's what I like to see.
It sounded so lazy. It didn't
I know.
You didn't even think it was.
I know. What a turd. Just. Brrr.
We're ready for pull 2. We went from 6 pounds boost. We're aiming for about 10. You know, we'd be nice with that. We'd be happy with that. And if it makes 1,000, we're done.
It's
Okay?
gonna make 1,000.
1,000 horsepower. And
It's
we're
gonna
done.
do it, dude.
Going home.
It's Ruby. You get in there, hit the key. Don't.
Sam, you need to calm down. Sam's
Hey.
freaking out.
Hey, you just get in there. You start this thing up, and don't forget to floor it, bud. All
I
right.
got you.
Had some boosters in it. Picked up 90. Picked up 90 wheels.
Need a little freak.
Hey, 930.
930.
Picked up 90 wheels.
Gotta make another rip.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been much more boost.
Nope.
Nate, throw 20 on it.
Okay.
Now we're looking a lot better. See how
Nice and
she
clean.
horsepowered and then kept horsepowering?
Yeah, she kept the
That's
horsepower in
because
her.
the boost controller was working. How much boost we working with, Doctor?
Solid 11 pounds of boost.
11 pounds. So if we make 15, we're making 1,000
Yeah, it's
easy.
almost 1-to-1. So I commanded 12 and it made 11. So that's
Our poor
pretty good.
Leroy's engine is still good. See, we
Stout.
didn't blow it up. We saved it. And now that's paying off. Did she have no oil pressure for 7.6 seconds? Maybe. Are we worried? Not at all.
Has to be expected.
It hasn't changed at all. It was the same. 61 pounds. It was 62 on the last
Okay,
one.
so not a lot. But
It's
hey,
a little light, you know,
What?
but it's still there.
We're not going to worry about that today.
It's
They
fine.
say 7 per thousand. That's 49. Some change. You know, you're good, dude.
We're not. You hear it breaking up on the way up too, Nate?
Yeah, so I was trying to clean up some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's... Hey, listen. We definitely have a lot of work to do, but we got on the dyno. We made 1,000 horsepower, which is our goal. Jackson, Zach, Ty, great freaking job, guys. We got
Ruby's
her done.
back.
Ruby's back. She needs some work, but she's back, so we can at least call it a night. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Do it for Dale. We'll freaking see you later.